When we talk about the mindset, what do we necessarily mean? What we mean is every success story that you see behind starts with a mindset. If you have that mindset, then you will achieve it. If we didn't decide to use our minds into this podcast, then I don't think it will be where it is right today. But it's because of the way you use our minds, combine them together, it's going to become something big and bigger. So can you guys see how the mindset is being used here on how to achieve something big or how to become a top 1% person? Now, that's one way to look at it. What's another way to look at it, Musa?
Just adding into that, you know that the mind, the most powerful object that a human being has, because it always begins in the mind. Like all your dreams, all your achievements, they always begin in the mind. I actually read this book. It's called Think and Grow Rich. To grow rich, you have to think. And to think, you need to have a mind. I remember even the other day,
I quoted it,
like thinking is the hardest job in the world. That's why most people don't think. For example, we always do stuffs every single day, but most people do stuffs without thinking. I can ask Monty, today, just think about it, or even the viewer who is watching this video right now. How many times have you sit down and actually think before doing anything today? You'll be surprised. You'll see like you think very rarely. All the things that you do them because you're programmed to do them. You just wake up because you always wake up. You just go and brush your teeth, go and eat. It's just you have been programmed to do that because you have been doing it with repetitions every single day. That's why you're doing that, and you are doing that without thinking. So just imagine if you are using your mind every single day. You are thinking, man, you can achieve greatness. There is nothing that you cannot achieve if you think about anything that you're doing. The mind is very, very powerful, and to be top 1% man, you have to think. It all begins in the mind. All the biggest inventions in the world, all the biggest scientists in the world, they used their mind. They imagined. The power of the mind is unimaginable.
So the key attributes of this mindset are basically, number one is self-belief. I don't think you can do anything without self-belief. If you don't believe in yourself, then nobody will do it. Because if today, let's for example, let's forget about Musa. When I started Monty Vlogs, if I didn't believe in myself that I could do it, Musa wouldn't come to me like, believe in yourself. No, I have to first believe in myself, then let others believe in me. This podcast, when we started this, we believed in ourselves. People didn't believe in us, but after seeing what we can produce, people started believing in us. So can you see why this is a key attribute of this mind? I don't think people are taking this in. Think about it again. If you believe in yourself, why would not somebody else believe in you? Take that in. Ask yourself that question. And when you get the answer, you will know exactly what I'm talking about. Because do you think, Musa, if we didn't believe in ourselves, people will believe in you or us?
No. First of all, you have to believe in yourself before anyone else believes in you. And believing in yourself, it means having confidence with what you're doing. Should be very confident, because if you're not confident, no one will believe in you, and you just look like you don't know what you're doing. There's a video actually I watched the other day. This guy he's a very big YouTuber. It's called Nico. You know Nico from the UK? Yeah, so he shot this video. It was titled he actually went to Monaco, and he wanted to see how he can get anything for free in Monaco. So there's this time he went to a Bugatti yacht, and they let him in because he was very confident. So whenever he was getting into the yacht, any question that they asked him, he looked like he knew what he was talking about, and he looked like he was invited there because he was so confident. They thought like he was one of the guests. But then later they came to him. They were like, "Yo, who invited you?" Yeah. And he was like, he didn't know because his name was not in the list, so they had to kick him out. But what got him inside there was the confidence that he had, because without the confidence, he wouldn't have passed even at the door. So you have to be very confident. With confidence, you can get through anything in life.
That's very true. Another attribute of this mindset is resilience. Talking about resilience, I don't think anything in life can happen without any setback. I'll give you a very, very simple insight of the challenge we just faced here. We were shooting an episode. We got to the 30th minute and the voice was not recording. So originally we had to start this whole thing again. But then we didn't fight. We didn't argue. Took it as a G. Started this podcast again. Started this episode again. Started recording. So for someone who's weak and has a weak mindset, after that they'll just be like, you know what, I can't shoot anymore. Let's just go home. But no, 30 minutes in, we started from one again. Because one, we are very resilient and we know how that life has setbacks, and it's just about how we take it. Next time we just have to confirm, reassure that everything is taking on, everything is recording. Second, we want to provide as much value content to you guys as we can. Because if we had weak mindsets, be like, why are we doing this? Let me just go home. Because right now, honestly speaking, it is 6:18. Musa, you could be doing other things, I could be doing other things, but no, it's had to sit here in this very big room and shoot an episode for the people. So please take a break, like, comment, and subscribe.
Don't just subscribe, smash that subscribe button for us, because how the YouTube algorithm work, if more people like this video, it means it's going to get to more people. A lot of people are going to see this video on how to become a top 1% man. So please like, subscribe, and let us know, do you think you are the top 1% man or you are among the bottom 99%? Let us know down in the comment section.
So back to my point, as I was talking about the podcast, let me give you a simple example in life. When we face these type of challenges, for you to become a top 1% man, or for you to become a top 1% person, instead of looking at them as challenges, look at them as opportunities to grow. As I previously said when we were recording, I said that I was watching this podcast of Steven and the CEO of Airbnb, and the CEO of Airbnb was actually talking about how during coronavirus the company literally crashed, and everyone, it was headline that his company was going to vanish, like it was over for Airbnb. But then he didn't have a weak mindset. He was very strong, and he knew he was going to come back bigger and stronger. Now he thought of new strategies, marketing strategies, operation strategies, every strategy that you can think about, he thought of it. And through this, he made the company better than how the company was before coronavirus. So what do you take from this? What I took from this personally was that a challenge that you could see as a very big challenge, if I take it as a G, if I take it as an opportunity to grow, it can be looked at as differently. Everyone has different challenges. For you, look at your challenge that you're facing right now. I promise you there's someone facing a harder challenge than you. But the question is, how are you going to take it? That's what differentiates you and another person.
Yeah, every challenge is an opportunity in disguise. Don't take challenges as problems. Just think about, okay, what opportunity lies in this challenge? I remember even, someone who invented the light bulb. He tried more than 1,000 times, but he didn't give up. And he even said, okay, I failed 1,000 times, but it's because of failing. That's when I found the right recipe. And that's why today we have the light bulb. Because if he gave up, probably there wouldn't be a light bulb today. So take setbacks as a way to move forward. Don't just give up. Don't just stop. Even on our podcast, we have faced a lot of challenges, as you said, but we never gave up. We keep going, and we're going to keep going. We know there are a lot of challenges that are going to come, but still, we're going to push through. And that's what we always tell our viewers here. No matter what you're facing in life, that's an opportunity. Even the prophets, even Jesus himself, he faced a lot of challenges. They even killed him. But that's when he became the top 1% man. And that's why until today, people think highly of him because of the challenges that he faced. Even the prophet Moses, he faced a lot of challenges taking the Israeli people from one place to another. There were a lot of challenges that he faced. But at the end of the day, those challenges are the ones that made him win at the end. Without the challenges, no one would really care about him today. So take challenges as opportunities, always.
So guess what the other attribute of this mindset is?
What is it?
Just basically a person who always seeks out for knowledge. So for someone who's subscribed to this channel, will actually know all the valuable content that we've provided.
True.
For example, the previous episode that we did with Brian, that we did with Jax, there's a lot of things that I actually learned from them. For example, with Jax, Jackson was talking about how he had to take a whole year to himself with no women, no friends, just himself stacking up, trying out different opportunities. From that, what I understood, what I took in from it is that seeking out more knowledge, because the guy tried out different business modules, the guy tried out different types of strategies to just become a top 1% man, and eventually it became one. So the person that always seeks out for knowledge is the person that always comes out on top, because knowledge never ends. People think school ends. School, yes, does end, but education never ends. Today you learn something new. Very simple example: your dad, what he knows and what you know is two different things. But by educating each other is become how you become top. Because what your dad went through when he was young, or what your dad went through during his 20s or his 30s, is nothing near what you're gonna go through. I promise you that, because of the time frame, because of how things are changing, because of technology. So if our parents were to sit here and say, what I know is what I know, what you know is what you know, you do you, I do me, we'll never get to where we are. But because of learning, actually the other day I was telling my dad about ChatGPT, and I think you were there, and he was like, "What? Wow!" So by me teaching him that, now he knows there's something called ChatGPT. Now he can just go to ChatGPT and be like, "Oh, hey, and things are working out." But it's a person who's seeking out for knowledge. But if a person who's ignorant and doesn't want to seek out for knowledge, then that is where we lack becoming a top 1% person. Now, my advice to you is always seek out knowledge. I always have this saying that even if a crazy person is speaking, take in the important things, leave other stupid things behind. Because before he was crazy, he was the same person, right? So that now, actually, maybe something happened, now become crazy. But then he still has knowledge. And just because he's crazy, you say you don't want to take the knowledge, you might be missing out on a few gems. That's my advice to you.